What is up, guys? Shinchi42 here. In today's video of Rise of Kingdoms, we're going to talk about the new future updates that are going to happen for Rise of Kingdoms, the equipments that are going to be implemented for the commanders. Now, we're going to talk about how is this going to be a game changer for every single player for Rise of Kingdoms. If you guys want to see more Rise of Kingdoms content, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn your notifications on, and I'll see you in the video. So how is the equipment going to be factoring into the game? Now, I have a few things that I want to suggest. Is that once we have these equipments, is that I hope that we can actually see the character that we have, or let's say for Yi Songye, if we have a new bow or equip the bow, I want to be able to see that bow being equipped and see that it changes my animation here, and also when it goes to the battlefield and actually can see the equipment's changing, kind of like when you equip an equipment on the game called Diablo. So I want to see it that way. That would be very interesting to me. Now, another point that we need to talk about is that how is this going to be a game changer for every single one? I think this is the biggest topic. This is the main topic. How is this going to be a game changer? It's going to be a big game changer first if we talked about free to play to moderate spender to pay to win. Now, if the game will allow free to play and moderate spenders to obtain legendary items that can allow you to compete in a competitive level with pay to wins, then it may be a good update. But if it's going to be very difficult for free to play and moderate spenders to obtain legendary items that are going to go against with pay to wins, it's going to be very terrible update in my opinion. It's also going to differentiate from pay to win versus pay to win. Now, it's not just going to only be the technology that is going to be factoring in. Now it's also going to be the equipments. So a pay to win can have a terrible equipment going against a pay to win that has a very good equipment. Now it's not just all about your tech. Now the equipment is going to matter, and whoever wins that battle is going to be determined who has a better equipment. So that's one of the game changer for pay to win against pay to win. So it's a good thing because now it's more competitive against pay to win, and it's not just going to be your commanders, what type of combination you have, and what type of talent tree that you have. So now another thing that is bugging me is how are we going to get these equipments? Are we going to have another building so that we can build the equipments and craft items, or are we going to change the loot from the barbarians, the barbarian forts, and then we're going to obtain some pieces to craft things? How is this going to work out? So if we get a new building as well, we have to level that up and get it up to par, or maybe something that we can do from the campaign, and they can build more campaign in here, and then we can get some of the loots, or it would be on the metal store and we can purchase them so that it would be fair. Or would it be going into the VIP shop as well? If you look in the VIP shop, there could be more items in here. As you can see, we have a lot of items already, and they could put some legendary items in here, or legendary crafting materials to craft a legendary item. How would that work out in the future? Also, would it be just coming into the bundle and the pay to wins can easily purchase all of this, and how is that going to affect everybody's gaming style? Now, I kind of want to know what your opinion is. Do you guys like this update that is going to happen in the future? I'm kind of siding to where I feel like it's going to be fun, it's going to be very interesting, it's going to be very intuitive, and because we're also going to see, hopefully, seeing the animation changes and the drawings with the equipments, and if I equip another item that I like, it's supposed to change to the what equipment that I equipped it. So it's going to be more attractive at the end of the day for playing this game, and I like that. But how is this going to affect my gaming style, or how is that going to affect your gaming style? Would you still be able to survive as a free-to-play or a moderate spender going against pay-to-wins with better equipments in the battlefield? Because right now, at this stage, if you're a T4 player, you can still beat T5 player with the right strategy. But how can you guys beat them when they have a super godlike equipments, and that's going to differentiate a lot of the things in here, the battles with the equipment stuff. I think it's a good update. I think it's going to be very interesting. Definitely going to attract a lot of players to play this game because, you know, with that equipment, it's going to be very interesting. And that's one of the things that I like when I play like RPG games, when I see that their equipments are actually changing. But at the end of the day, it may be a good update for some people, maybe a bad update to some players. But how is it really going to cater to the 80 to 90% of the player base of this game? I could be like super excited telling you guys, oh my god, we have a new update, equipment's amazing, I can be all like this. But in reality is that I am borderline emotions right now with here. I don't know if I truly and like it like 100%. I do say that I think it's going to be good. I do say that I kind of like it if they are going to make this animation thing, like when I equip the item, I can actually see the equipment, because then I can basically customize my commanders to my liking. So I think that's a good part. But the equipment buffs and stats, how is that going to affect my playing style and also your playing style is what I'm concerned of. 80 to 90% of the player base, I assume, in this game are moderate spenders to free to play. And we have probably about 10% that are, you know, big spenders, or maybe even more, maybe 15 or 20% spenders. So another thing that I can suggest for the equipment thing is that there shouldn't be any buffs. Probably, if we're only going to make it as cosmetic, it will be a little bit fair for free to play to moderate spenders. Kind of like the game called Dota 2. In that game, when I used to play it before, it would customize your character to whatever liking you want. You can equip items and it would change what it looked like. You're customizing the character appearance, and that's maybe something that we can do, and then we can craft these items, make our commander as appealing as they can be, and there is no stats for those items. So perhaps that's something that maybe the Lilith Games is going after, to just making the commanders more attractive. But who knows what is the actual end goal. That is my suggestion. I think that would be super cool if I can just equip items to the commanders and make them look awesome and all pretty and stuff. So that's something that I'm going to be going for if I was going to be the one that is going to make the decision. Now, what is it going to really be in other type of, you know, games like this, strategic games? I'm sure other strategic games like this have the same features, and most likely I believe that they have, you know, equipments that are going to be equipped to the commanders or heroes that are actually going to give and provide buffs. And how does that affect their player base in those other games, and how is it going to affect us here in Rise of Kingdoms? Another thing that I may see that could happen is allowing the items for crafting be put into the alliance inventory that we can purchase, so that as an alliance we can focus on growing. And if you look at this, we need items in here in the alliance inventory as well. We have 96 million credits in here. What are we going to do with these, right? We should have more items that we can actually purchase and use for the entire, you know, members. Look at that, 96 million alliance credits, but I only have like 213 individual points. Now, I don't build as much flags. We only get like 20k individual credits per day. So should Lilith Games also, or the developers for this game, increase the alliance credit? Because at 20k, it's a small cap. And really, you know, we have so much resources here in the alliance shop that we're not even able to maximize it because of the limited amount of individual credits that are being provided for us. There's a lot of little things that can be managed to improve. And you know what I like about this game is that the developers actually listen to the community. They always send out some forums that for you to, you know, provide your feedback, and that's something that I really cherish from this game. Now, as I said, how is the equipment stuff going to be a game changer? I want to know what your opinion is. What do you guys actually think? How is this going to change your playing style, and how are you going to approach this if such thing happens? If equipment does come in, how are you going to be investing into your account? Are you going to just purchase them, or are you actually going to grind them? I'm sure there will be two options for purchasing or for grinding. Now, you guys may also question, is this an actual real update? I can actually tell you guys, this will be a legit update that is going to happen in the future. Although I cannot give you the timeline of this update, but it will be happening because it's in the works of discussion. So we will see this update in the future, not yet right now. I assume, I don't think it's going to be too soon because we still have a lot of updates that are coming up. We have the Canyon update, the KVK Season 2, and there's a lot of things that the developers are working on. But surely we should be expecting this update. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys actually think? Do you guys think this is good for everyone, or is this good for yourself, for your own gaming style? Because at the end of the day, your gaming style is what matters to you. I'll see you guys again next time. Let me know in the comment section below. Ta-ta for now.